Good morning, everyone. Today it's me, Ayushkant Mishra, host of the show Happy Fizz with Ayushkant Mishra, which is not a copy of Karan Johar's Coffee with Karan. We did not make this up looking at their show. They just had more production value. Otherwise, we were just 6 years behind them. Anyway, we generally talk about serious topics in this show. Today, we're going to talk about social media, specifically toxicity in social media. And I truly feel like there's not much toxicity at all in social media. I don't know. I was called upon because they said that this was an important topic or something. So, I mean, let's do it, I guess. So, my one of the I just let's learn about social media first. What is social media and is this toxicity behind it? I guess by one of the experts that I recently learned about, who is famous in Twitter and comes from Kota, hence the only user of Samsung, which in the whole world of Nokia's. Let us bring in Guru Datta Sutar.
Thank you, Ashkant, for the welcome. Okay, you said it right. I'm an active Twitter user. First of all, being an active social media user, I would say that it is not that hazardous as we expect it to be if used in a controlled manner. But once one gets highly addicted towards it, the matter of toxicity arises. Even Richard Erickson, the founder of the earliest social media network, Luna Storm, would never have thought that his creation would have become one of the greatest reasons for corruption today. The teens are especially at the heart of this trend. Sorry, I just deviated from a track. Actually, social media toxicity is a trend in which some individuals or group of individuals try to hurt the sentiments of many by spreading rumors, spamming, and bullying. And social media platforms provide a perfect base for them. The most prevalent of such activities is toxic fan base. Everyone knows that there is a growing craze of BTS, animes, Taylor Swift, and sports like cricket in the present era, and many of us are even involved in it. It's good to have such a healthy fan base and to appreciate other skills, but there are some people in the society who become too blind in their fan base that they hurt the sentiments of some other groups. They even feel insecure while using social media. But do these people realize that such posts and comments of theirs are healthy for others? Never. Even I remember the morning when I opened my social media pages after the India and Pakistan match at the T20 World Cup. Indian fans were just rioting. Many of them questioned about the performance of the players, which should have surely hurted the emotions of the cricketers. And that might be a reason for the defeat in the second match. Away from cricket, the COVID times have even increased digital corruption in politics, which is reflected through the Twitter wars of the politicians during their virtual campaigns, especially when the elections come nearer. Yeah, elections? Am I speaking it right? The currently UP election, who can forget about it? The best example which you get nowadays is of Yogi Adityanath, Akhilesh Yadav, and Arvind Kejriwal. And the hijab controversy, the recent one, yes, which is just creating havoc in Karnataka. And the prevalence of this controversy on social media has even worsened the Hindu Muslim ties in the country. Sorry, Ashkant, I have that much in my stock today. I don't have much clarity on this topic. I suggest you to ask someone else for more clarity.
My producers were suggesting me to just use up one expert because we only had that much budget. But looks like since you don't have any ideas remaining, I guess we'll just have to move on um, with one of my most one of my friends actually, Shubham Swapnil Das. He's in fact one of the only friends I know at this day and age who uses a notebook instead of a MacBook. Please, Shubham Swapnil Das, tell us what else do you know about social media?
Okay, are you challenging to cancel the notebooks? Never mind.
Whoa,
Looks
whoa,
like
whoa,
that.
whoa. Cancel notebooks? Please, that's not me. I'm not saying I cancel notebooks. I'm just saying a MacBook is slightly better.
Never mind. Cancel culture can be interpreted in many dimensions, but as an overall basis, it means simply means boycotting of things via various forms of social media and gathering the people in those social media platforms to support the movement. One fact, sometimes it is paid. It is the modern form of what we called as ostracism in the previous days of the ancient Roman culture. This is strategically planned and evolved structure of certain communities like religious and cultural ideologies, political parties, corporate firms, and fan bases, and some new like miners. You must have heard of those, right? NFTs to thrust their demand
Absolutely.
of pushing a particular law, a rule, or any other entity out of the scene. They just want to be comfortable to it. When in the beginning it began, in the beginning, it was supposedly a positive approach. They thought that yes, it would we would like to cancel some negative things to bring about some positive things in our life. But wait, it has at present it has acquired some dark form. It is there to destroy the ongoing things now. It reveals the dark side of social media, the evil mask. Remember the recently concluded farmers' protest? It was just cancel culture
Absolutely.
only, just taken to another level. Stars like Rihanna, Greta Thunberg gave their views. It became an international controversy, to be honest. So I question myself, isn't it too much for this reason? Oh man, I can't just I can't just take this. I'm just receiving Twitter notifications. I have to mute them. Some random cancel is trending every day. Sometimes I am actually a sports freak, but it sometimes hurt a bit as sometimes it includes the exclusion of my favorite cricketer from the team because of performing bad for just one match. Is it right? Solutions are plenty. We can make everyone understand, but am I the only one to think this? Why? How? When? Where? God, I'm just fed up. This cancel culture is taking a bad shape. Another very important example that I would show here is the strikes were there in Bihar and certain parts of UP regarding the cancelling of competitive exams like that of railways. Even led to some consequences like burning of the train. Isn't that too much? As everyone just want to question their conscience. That why? Just why? Wait a second. Hello. What? Then for cancelling board exams, they're giving 100 rupees per tweet. How many fake accounts do we have? Increase that to 10,000. I'm coming. Sorry.
I thought you were supposed to be advocating. Okay. All right. So, I mean, with all due seriousness to what Shubham just said, cancel culture is something that really affects everyone. I've seen it affect like near and dear. It made them lose so much confidence and everything that they considered as dignity for themselves. It was just lost within days, according to them. And it takes a really strong mind in order to continue with your daily life, just doing stuff like that. But I think we have another expert over here, who's probably one of the most handsome that I know amongst us four, who will try to help us out with one of the more personal problems of toxicity in social media, body shaming. Please continue, Anubhav Das. Enlighten us.
Thanks, Aishkant, for the brief introduction. I would like to put my spectacles on because I will sound educated, more educated. So,
Don't we all?
talking about a joke. Today we are going to talk about a joke. And the joke is nothing else than joking about someone else and how they look. Today we are talking about body shaming. Now, I know most of you know what body shaming is, right? Like it's just calling someone fat. You meet someone, hey fatty, how are you? It's just calling someone fat. It's what we do every day, like, hey man, you look so fat. But many of you don't understand what's the problem with body shaming, right? It's just calling someone fat. But it isn't. Body shaming actually puts a lot of stress and causes a lot of mental problem with someone and to someone. Like imagine this. You are having a conversation with someone, you are arguing with someone on a comment section of a tweet by Arnab Goswami, and suddenly someone calls you fat. How would you feel? I would feel okay because I'm not fat, but how would you feel about that if you are fat? It would,
That was very specific. Are you sure it is a
yes, yes.
general case that you took? Yep, yeah, all right.
So, how would you feel if someone calls you fat? You will obviously, it will hurt your sentiments and you will feel a lot of things at once. And that's why I want to talk about body shaming because it isn't just a small sentence that you say to someone else. It's a lot of things that go behind in our brain. Because if you think about it, humans are just nothing, just a piece of tissues and cells. And the only thing they have is a heart and a small brain, which keeps them going on. So we have to contribute to it. If we can't just keep someone else have their heart at a safe place and we affect them every single time, I don't know how we are even in a society. And that's where social media lacks. Social media is so toxic that even if you go to someone, even if you search the word fat, you will get even 20 billion results. World's population is 7 billion, and you will get 20 billion results for a single day on fat. That's how deep body shaming has gone nowadays. And it's really disgusting how people take it as a joke because it causes so much trauma. And it's a disgrace as humans that we have created something, we have created a platform which is to share with someone else, but it is sharing the toxic culture. I don't know how to go on with it. Ashkant, please take it from here. I can continue.
You could grab a glass of water if you want. Just take some rest. You know what? Maybe I'll just continue. Looking forward to it. I feel like I was quite ignorant about social media and its effects on daily life. Well, I mean, for example, like Gurudatta, who and even in his introduction, he couldn't continue, and there were so many others. I would not like to talk about Shubham because of well, other reasons, but how Anubhav Das was personally seems to be personally affected by this. Um, and I mean not in a bad way. I mean, anyway, we can just say that I think social media and the kind of toxicity that is dealing with it is something that is a very generic problem that everybody sees and just thinks that they can endure, but there are many who are on a daily basis facing it, and I think they can't deal with it. Some people just succumb into their sort of insecurity and no longer you know continue living normally, socializing with people. They have insane insecurities, as some of us were saying. I think a great way to think about this is that it's a raging wildfire. Social media's toxicity, all forms of it. It's just here, taking down the Amazon, just eating like chunks of it on a daily basis, and we're just letting it continue. And I think the best we can do for now, other than actual fire trucks to arrive, is to just try to wash it down with pails of bucket water that we can just come along with it, and use as much of our muscle and manpower to try and call up the fire trucks as soon as possible. I hope you guys agree on it. So, I mean, this was quite the ending for such a serious topic. But continuing next time on Happy Fizz Ashkanda, where we're going to talk about religion. Seeing you after night. Thank you and good night, morning. I hope it is not yet night. I have not checked.